Hey everyone, welcome back to Solid Air. I'm your host, Derek G. We've had everyone from Jamie XX to Lorde to Ichiko Aoba in my house, spinning tunes and sipping coffee, and today I welcome someone not just known for his work with his band Mount Kimbie, but for his illustrious production credits with the likes of Lil Yachty, James Blake, and Travis Scott. In this episode, he brought his warmth, his softly spoken disposition, and a selection of heavy beats. Welcome to my home, Dom Maker. How are you?
I'm great. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for inviting me over to your home.
It is my absolute pleasure. I always find it very unusual that people accept this offer, but I very much appreciate you coming over.
It's such a nice way to start time in Sydney.
Not many people get to visit homes on their press trips.
Perfect.
So this is a music show.
Yes.
Did you have to prepare much?
I mean, to be honest, digitally, I'm a mess.
Really?
Yeah. In everything that I have, everything I touch that's digital seems to get scrambled up very quickly. My laptop is horrifying.
Really?
Yeah, the desktop is covered in folders and files. But yeah, for like putting together music is usually quite difficult for me because I have things on my Spotify kind of all over the place. And I tend to kind of dip in and out of listening to music and digesting music. I can go long periods without listening to anything.
Really?
Yeah, I find it hard to balance it with work. If I'm in the studio all the time, I really don't want to be listening outside of the studio.
Yeah, okay.
Which is kind of annoying because I kind of miss that time of just being able to sit and digest things.
It's funny, not that I do what you do, but people say to me, you must be listening to music all day. But it's like, I actually get little time to listen to music because you're working, doing things.
Yeah.
I found when preparing this show, tricky. I think because you're a part of Mount Kimbie, you're a producer in your own right, your taste, it's safe to say everyone's taste is broad, but your one touches so many different things. I didn't know where to take it.
Right.
Which is challenging. Did you, when you prepared your songs today, did you have a theme in mind? Did you?
Well, the thing is, I experience the same thing as you, because when I'm preparing for something like this, I'm like, okay, what would kind of, which sort of part of what's going on should I sort of try and focus on? And I just thought I'm just going to roll with whatever comes to me in the moment. And
perfect.
Yeah.
We're starting with Pavement, the cover of The Killing Moon by Echo and the Bunnymen, but the cover they did for the BBC or something like that. So usually how I warm people into it is I play them another song.
Yeah,
we have
nice.
a little listen, and then you can load something up. So my first song to play you is Angel Bat Daweed. I don't know if you've heard of her. She's a clarinetist. She's from... Okay, I'll say this about preparing for you. I kind of thought about it in terms of like rhythm and texture.
Okay.
Because I feel like Mount Kimbie's work and its influence is very much about that.
Yeah.
What would be your response to that?
Rhythm and texture. I think that's probably a really good way of looking at it. We sort of jumped between quite a few different styles through our career, and I kind of enjoy that. I think that's like something to be celebrated. And I think that, texture and rhythm is one thing that's stayed kind of locked in no matter what sort of era we're in of what we're writing. And especially now that I've been more on the production stuff, like rhythm has been something I've really locked into, and trying to kind of bring a bit of what I enjoy about making music as part of a band into that involves a lot of different textures and things like that. So I think that's a cool way of looking at it.
All right, well here's some rhythm and texture to start the show. this artist is early 40s, based in Chicago, I believe.
Right.
And dabbles in ambient and obviously the drum machine just gives it a little bit of something extra.
Yeah, I love it. It kind of is the perfect sound to how I'm feeling, with the sort of slight tinge of jet lag. It's like optimism mixed with a little bit of potential trouble ahead.
Potential trouble ahead, I do like that.
Yeah, I like this though, it's really cool.
I did say to you when you arrived that I was like bringing the energy, because I feel like you did get off the plane last night.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know what that feeling is like.
Yeah.
Like you're clearly cognizant, but everyone's sleeping right now, or about to go to bed back home.
Well, I sort of checked in with the rest of the crew this morning because it's quite a big travelling party.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, there's 5 of us in the band.
Yeah.
And then we got like 3 crew members with us. And everyone had a good sleep last night, so everyone's feeling pretty good.
Get some sun after this.
Yeah, it does feel like kind of, morning. It is morning, isn't it?
It is morning.
Yeah.
It is morning.
It feels like
Not
morning.
for long, but
Approaching
it is morning.
Afternoon.
So, tell me what song you're going to play for me.
All right, okay. I put together a little playlist in the cab on the way over here.
Oh, amazing.
I'm going to play a tune by this artist called Aoba, A-E-V-A, called Calyx.
Okay.
I'm just going to run it and I'll tell you a bit about him afterwards.
Yeah, wow.
I played a song of his a while ago on the NCS show we did as part of Kimbie. This is ages ago. And then, I just started kind of, he just popped into my head recently when I was working on some production stuff. And I just think he's just kind of a genius at kind of, like you say, building and kind of swelling. And there's just like a really kind of interesting sort of like, it's like a sort of, it's like a mournful kind of death of, I don't know, there's like a artificial sort of thing creeping into it almost.
Yeah.
That's kind of pulling away at the music. And I think
the
that's really
anticipation
sick.
is intense. I didn't know what was coming.
Yeah.
it always surprised me, but there was always something that was it was leading me somewhere. Even the end, there was a little bit more.
Yeah, it never kind of like truly goes there, but it kind of suggests
true.
things, and that's kind of what I love about it.
There's so much to ask you about because many people know you've produced a lot of music for a lot of artists, including a lot of very big rap and trap artists.
Yeah.
I was intrigued to know your role in these spaces. What are you bringing to it that you go like, you know, we need Dom because he brings this to the table that it might be missing, or that that side of the layers that we're looking for. What do you bring, do you think?
I think I bring the kind of beginning sort of idea that everything kind of comes out of. So I bring a lot of things that I've sort of dug deep for, whether it's
sample-wise or sound-wise?
Sample-wise and sound-wise. I mean, it's changed over the years. I have a lot of friends who play different instruments. I don't play anything, so I kind of rely on the sources of where I get my sound from. And so someone like Ava, for example, I'm in touch with him, and like me and him have been working on a number of things together. He'll send me long improvisations of chords. I mean, he's just got a special ability. He reminds me a bit like James Blake, where there's this kind of, there's a way that they work with chord progression and with sound that is different, and you never know what's coming. And I find that with both with Ava and with James, and that to me is like ear candy. I'm just like ready for that.
And so you've got almost like those are your sample packs in a way. You've got
kind of, and they're the sort of, in a situation like in the bigger rooms that I've been in, it's been bringing in a sound. It might just be, I don't know, like in the past, it's been like a soul sample, or it might be something far out, like an Ava piece or something, and just bringing something that gets the room pumped. And gets like the process started. That's like, when I had my first taste of that being successful, where I played something and the room just went off. Is
it online? Can we play it?
I mean, I'm trying to think what it would have been. I mean, I kind of got baptized in the fire, because the first thing we did, me and James, was with Jay-Z. So we went in with him and with Guru and No ID. And we were so, I mean, James had experience in that kind of situation. I'd had none. And we brought in a thing that me and James had made the night before with this sample. I can't remember what the artist is called, Dwight something, but we brought in this sample that I'd made, and then James had kind of flipped, and they were like going nuts. And I was like, this is insane. So then the rest of my career has been spent chasing a moment like that again.
What a magical first moment. So interesting to hear the inner workings of it.
No, that was a crazy period.
You know what, you made me think about, there's an underlying production that has been brought into the rap and trap world by yourself, James Blake, Kevin Parker, Sampha. There's like this, Kevin Parker's the only Australian in there, but this like British Australian, like in many cases like textural underbelly to the Travis Scotts of the world and stuff like that. I find that really interesting.
I think it works both ways. It's like, what we find interesting about those artists is the fact that they're always searching for new terrain. And I think that it's such an exciting genre to be a part of. It goes, obviously, like with everything, it ebbs and flows, but there is a bit of a sort of, there's always a thirst to try and find something new.
And usually that's perhaps comes from across the pond.
Maybe like just a different perspective on chopping something in a certain way, or just a different, everything that I try and make, it kind of moves me in some way. And I think that, that's through my life experience of being someone from England. It's different.
I might go this way first, because it's like adding on this. This is JJ Doom.
Honest days work for honest days pay.
The Tom York and Johnny Greenwood version.
to the Amish selling. Promise need gold bond, palm itch swelling. With no tacto, ipso facto. Wondering in pictures why his lips are so black, yo. No question, an ounce of prevention is more than a pound of raw cure, pure intention. Attention, no throwing stones at the homeless. Or else ye ain't self-made, end up with your dome blessed. Chrome dust, nano-sized particles. Stop telling codes through the YouTube, retarded fools. Defeats the purpose, greedily slurp up the surplus and burp us. So nervous you can hear the shirt must gush. Hush, hush, trust. Visible until the earth crust bust. Dead drop, leave it right there. Chop it off, heads bop, breathe it like air. You hear? Yup, study the devil. Play the game and choose to do so on a bloody level. Who sent him? Steady losing momentum. Oh, eat a rapper one a day like Centrum. The mask is like a gun, dumb, 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 and it don't matter where you come from, you bum. What happens when the poles shift? Don't matter for ish who you roll with. Cold and stiff. Hold the if in case you need a facelift, sold a gift. Rip it like space-time foam, fold the riff.
The timing of that little is amazing.
Oh, right up top.
The little tiny little perk.
I didn't even hear that. Goes without saying, I hear this and I'm like, oh, it's the Radiohead version, you know. It's, but it's again like I had this because I like the song. I only discovered it recently, but then it's like Tom York and Johnny Greenwood's version of MF Doom, JJ Doom in this case.
Yeah, I love how like Tom York and Greenwood, like, you know, obviously respect the band massively, but also like the soul stuff that they've gone into, like the variance in it is amazing, and I've always loved that. I love Greenwood scores.
Yeah. And Tom York just did a Mark Pritchard record as well.
I haven't actually heard that yet.
He lives around here.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you heard the record?
I have. It's good. It's good. I was going to play some stuff on
Okay,
here,
cool.
But all right, load up. What have you got for me?
Okay, let's see. Let's go Tap Tap. It's this Uzi Vert sped up nightcore thing.
Wow. Wow.
The reason I love this is like the synthesizer. I love these edits because like it's just like, it's lawless. I love chucking everything together.
Good word. So this is someone's bootleg edit.
Yeah.
Oof.
When me and James play like parties and stuff,
yeah,
this is the sort of stuff I'll be playing.
Really?
100%. Yeah.
Jersey clubbish type edit, type bootleg
just
type.
That kind of speed.
See, I was going through some of your playlists on Spotify, and I'm like, it goes from like, you know, quite classic stuff to like really trappy stuff.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's more your side of things. Potentially.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Just being in the States, it's like what I'm hearing everywhere. You know, it's that kind of music, and it was such a different. That was so attractive moving from England over there. So I lived in Cali for like 9 years.
Yeah.
So it immediately was just like this whole world I wasn't open to really. I didn't really understand it.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard it. Really.
You have to live there to.
Yeah, it's just like on the radio all the time, walking in and out of stores.
Yeah. I remember I lived in New York for only about a year, but that's when Pop Smoke was at his peak, and you just heard it. Cars driving past, hearing Pop Smoke, and that's like how it's meant to be heard, type thing.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think about? Do you think much about Uzi and Cardi and people like that? And
yeah, I mean, I like the energy of the records they put out. I like stuff like this. I like the manipulation of it and the kind of I like the energy of tracks like this.
Yes.
I could listen to this literally all day. Like, I love this.
Yeah.
It just feels like it's just this groove that I love.
And it's atmospheric as well. It's not just straight up and down.
Yeah, that like in the background is very Blakey as well.
The strings?
Yeah, the
Yeah, great.
it's got a beautiful sort of classical thing going on.
So because I was preparing for this and preparing to talk to you, I did find a song yesterday that is definitely on the edges. In terms of like, it feels like he's from Chicago, I think, and now might be in London.
Right.
An artist called Honor, and it is meant to sound a bit harsh.
Cool.
So I think the story is with this album that he put out last year, I believe, is that he lost or had to like resurrect a lot of the work that he was doing and then rebuild it. So it kind of lent into the distorted nature of it.
Right.
So we'll give it a go. This might be horrible, but let's try it. It's like a blown out sub, you know?
I love it. I love the sound. Yeah, this is wicked.
To kind of cheat and play too, because this one's a bit beatsy. In the car, I was listening between this one and this one. Like it's a mash, but it's amazing because it's a mash, you know?
I love it.
Yeah,
That's sick.
There you go, that's Honor.
I love that.
It reminds me of a period like people make a lot of fun of it, but like the Smoke Perp, what's his name? The one that does D-Rose, Lil Pump, and 6ix9ine. People make a lot of fun of it, but it was that era of like just like everything was just like broken sub sound,
right?
And just a bit dirty. This is obviously a bit more of a like. Feels more of a British version of that, even though it's American.
But I feel like, it's just pushed it even a bit further, which is like it needed. This sounds sick.
Yeah, just dirty, muddy,
this is
kind of, type thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, is this too on the edge? But no, I'm glad you appreciate it.
Yeah, I do. I really appreciate it. I like the blown out sort of sound is like mad. Like a lot of people that I work with now, a lot of friends who I've sort of made music with for a long time, they're like, I'm hearing that coming in a lot.
Really?
They'll be like, I'm like, what's that? They added a plugin that's just like a bit of beat crushery, like that sound. Yeah.
One thing I do love is that it's a story as old as time, right? Distortion in speakers.
Yeah.
And that's like, oh, that's a new exciting thing.
Yeah,
Whereas
yeah.
like you hear like a fuzzy, bass, and all of a sudden it's like, wow, this is fucking cool.
Yeah, for sure.
What have you got
Gives
for
it
us?
some edge.
Yeah.
Damn, I was holding back on what I was going to play.
Holding back. This
I mean, a little bit.
This is as large as I go, so it's all jazz from here.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, let's go. DJ, you're gonna have to type this one in as well.
Yeah.
DJ Rugal, Rugal.
Yeah. That one.
Yeah, this whole album's nuts.
Diferente, hein? Acho que o pessoal vai gostar.
Joama Conex, caralho! Visão de sangue, porra! Tipo Rugal.
Aí família, vamos que vamos, aqueles piques, aquelas crocâncias, aqueles piques, aquele jeito brasileiro que todo favelado gosta. Tá ligado? Muita putaria. Vem na levada doma dela, eu passo pau na cara dela. Vem na levada doma dela, eu passo pau na cara dela, passo pau na cara dela, passo pau na cara dela. Na levada doma.
That tom or whatever it is.
Crazy. The beat production's unbelievable. I just love the. It's just that. That's all it is, and it's just so sick.
Yeah. So metallic.
Yeah.
Não adianta tu fica de graça, quem nós te conhece novinha. Então senta na minha piroca, encaixando com a bucetinha. Não adianta tu fica de graça.
As well, there's no regard for any like conventional when it should drop.
Encaixando com a bucetinha. Então senta na minha piroca. Então senta na minha piroca.
I love the flavors of this stuff. Like the stuff from South America is just killer.
Flavors.
Yeah.
Vai novinha, encaixando com a bucetinha. Vai novinha, encaixando com a bucetinha. Então senta na minha piroca.
I like the kind of the simplicity of the sound and the production in general. It makes it so genius.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a lot of grime, from the UK when I was younger.
Tell me about that.
Well, there's just a feeling that's kind of like this is being made purely on feel, nothing to do with sort of even technicality.
And structure
I love that.
as well.
Yeah, just structurally, it's all about just energy. And I love how roughly cut it is and how the vocals sound the way they do, and everything's just kind of assembled.
Do you think much about, obviously it sounds good, but like the mix and master of it, or do you feel like it's more like if it's raw and it's real, then
I just think if you heard that on a system, it would be unbelievable.
Wow.
And I've seen videos of like the parties in South America, in Brazil, where this kind of music is just so big, and they look just so cool.
So much fun, and so
it's just different. It's just different.
I played one of these types of songs on my radio show once, and someone was like, "Do you know what they're saying?" Because it's very explicit.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I'm
I'm just doing this. Going, yeah, it's great. And they're like,
yeah.
yeah, they're saying some wild things.
Yeah, I think like the bi-funk stuff, like I think more that there's been like ears on it for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think there's certain things that can be kind of that are inspiring that we taken from this, especially like just letting the vocal do some work for a bit without anything else, bringing in a piece of music, bringing it out, and then I want to employ that tactic with, a different voice basically.
I feel like you've been part of that for a while.
Part of
That, letting, letting it keeping simple.
Yeah, I think that's part of production that really interests me.
Get on. No, they're not bad, so we don't get on. Please check the nerves I get on.
Little trim, okay.
Flows like ass, kiss me, bad boy. Please watch the.
I thought I'd throw this on, considering what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Murk your whole crew with nobody with me. You with me? I does this, I did me. If I was you, I'd wig me. I'm not scabs, don't pick me. Didn't get broke, can't bring me. You don't wanna clash and not ring me. Big man ting, don't kid me. I'm not grime, I'm trimsky. If what they say, I dig
Exactly.
me. I'm
It
already
kinda
fit,
fits,
don't big me.
right?
I'm
Yeah,
not
totally.
asleep, can't pinch me. Like your girl, don't don't link me. We're not friends, don't trim me. I'm still broke, can't fix me.
I think on this 12-inch was a James Blake track on the other side.
The jokes I give me, they don't want beef, runner beans or kidneys. I don't think there's much luck you can wish me. Have me around or cause you an injury. Take it for paper and try rip me. So many flows I don't know when.
Yeah, you're so right. How they're brother and sister.
No Molly in the corner, they can't try diss me. They don't like the vibe I get on. Can't take me for a ride like get on. No, they're not bad, so we don't get on. Please check the nerves I get on. Wait, they don't like the vibe I get on. Can't take me for a ride like get on. No, they're not bad, so we don't get on.
I think there's a lot of overfilling of space in music, a lot, especially now.
You think so?
100%. Yeah, it's just this sort of, it's just like throwing everything at something.
What is, without calling people out, what is an example of that? Or you can call people out, it's up to you. It's up to you. Like, it depends how people want to clip up, you know?
Yeah, I think, well, I mean, you know, you talked earlier about like Carti and Uzi Vert and stuff, and like the energy's there completely, but there is, you know, it's wall of sound, and the thing is, that's kind of what that is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But like I heard someone put Carti on some Aphex Twin, and it sounded incredible, and like there is like space there to let things. I don't know. Maybe I just have too much of a kind of like a lust for like two things that shouldn't coexisting.
Yep.
But there was something in the space of just having like no drums and him bringing all the energy with the vocal that was just, it's as powerful to me.
Wait, you know? They don't like the vibe I get on. Can't take me for a ride like get on. No, they're not bad, so we don't get on. Please check the nerves I get on.
Since I learned about like the ear candy stuff that a lot of producers do, like throwing little things in there to just try to like keep you interested.
Yeah.
That's probably gone so over-indexed that it's like everything has something. This has a beat, this bit, and the drop.
Yep. And you're just dropping them out as and when. And
Yeah. I feel like you're driving the sound of this. Where are you going to drive us? We may as well throw on. We're on a roll here.
Yeah, we are.
Or you can switch it up. I've got something to switch up eventually, maybe.
No, let's go. Let's play something that that James produced. War Ready. Because this again is like another example of that kind of the kind of limiting of elements.
Softly, as if I play piano in the dark. Found a way to channel my anger, not to involve
the famed pianist and flautist, Andre 3000.
Yeah.
Put my block away. I got a stronger weapon that never runs out of ammunition, so I'm ready for war. Okay. Put my block away. I got a stronger weapon that never runs out of
wow, what a beat.
So I'm ready for war. Okay. Put my block away. I got a stronger weapon that never runs out of ammunition, so I'm ready for war. Okay. War ready, war ready.
Ah, this one, yeah.
War ready, war ready, war ready, war ready, war ready. You boys lost already. Born ready, war ready, born ready, war ready, born ready, war ready, war ready. You boys lost already.
My bitch look like Mona Lisa. Hammers busting like a soda in the freezer. Think ahead into a beast, need a breather from the tripping. Either that or my brains to the ceiling.
This goes hard.
Trying to fight the feeling. Fuck around and pull it. Push it to the limit. Anything to a G. Life give limits, nigga hang from the tree. Cold game all came in a dream. Woke up feeling like the walls caved in. Fought to the death, never gave in. Right there on the grave that I get laid in. Heaven, hell, free jail, same shit. County jail, bus, slave ship, same shit.
This is a James production.
This is a James production, yeah. Vince is just another person who just like, his voice is just so insanely captivating.
War ready, war ready, war ready. You boys lost.
I don't know where to place Vince in the kind of world of things. Like, he's not underground.
Yeah.
He's not mainstream.
No, I know. Yeah, exactly. I think around this era, he was like really, he was like so sick.
Yeah.
And,
the album before this was the one with like a lot of Sophie beats and things, right?
And I think it's the one after this.
Oh,
is that
okay.
Big Fish?
Yeah,
Big Fish? Yeah, that was after this. Yeah, because this was around the time when I first moved to LA.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Seen the music interchangeable. Rage bull, what you headed for? Having those, they hell below.
Yeah, Big Fish sort of suggested that more slightly dancey element.
Yeah.
That's, you know, started to come in.
So when did you move? What year was?
think it's 2016, 17, around then.
Okay.
Around then.
Do you consider yourself part of like the, I don't want to say alumni, but there's like a bit of a set of like, you know, the Mount Kimbies, obviously, the Flying Lotuses, that kind of era. Do you kind of consider yourself in that world?
Not really, to be honest. I feel like part of, I don't know, like I feel like me and Kai really, we started from a place of being quite outside of things as we saw it.
Yeah, okay.
And I think we've never really felt truly connected or identifying with a certain group of producers or artists. And I think that's changed every record. It's been the same situation.
Yeah, that's fair. It does change the sound.
Yeah, I think maybe there's a little bit of us being a little bit scared of doing that and just being like committing and being like,
knowing that this is the sound.
This is what we are.
Yeah.
You know, we keep it moving.
Where are you going?
I don't know, but that's the beautiful thing is that, you know, there's one thing that I learned in LA is like I don't know if I learned this, but you get kind of like, you get this itch to constantly be producing something, as in like there's a thing in America, this kind of chasing money, right? Chasing money, there's so much status associated with having money in LA. Everyone's trying to get into the hills. Everyone's trying to get up.
Funny.
You know, that's the whole thing. The whole thing is about that. And, you know, initially it's quite kind of seductive as like an idea, and you're sort of seduced by this thing. You're like, yeah, maybe I want that. And I've learned that actually the chase is probably what kills a lot of stuff, a lot of music, a lot of kind of, you can hear the sort of the chase in the music. And I think that being aware of it and kind of catching myself in a moment, I think I went too far down a certain path mentally with it, and I had to sort of come back a little bit. And me and James moved back to England at the same time, and that was like a complete sort of reset where you sort of suddenly kind of snap out of it a little bit.
Yeah, funny.
Like, that was like a mad dream. The last 9 years was like a mad dream.
Because you guys were kind of both there for a long period.
We moved out at the same time.
Oh, really? Same time?
And, you know, we were pretty much working on the same stuff all together, so we kind of had a similar sort of shared experience.
Did you ever think of having a duo name?
Well, we're going into like that section now. Maybe we're going to start releasing music, basically.
Yeah, wild.
But because we were like throwing parties together.
Yeah.
In LA, and then it's under this thing CMYK.
Yeah.
Which is one of his tunes.
Yeah.
We're kind of like using it as a kind of collective, I suppose.
Aha.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm going to go completely left.
Okay.
And then you can bring us back in.
Okay.
So, the motivation for playing you this is from a producer point of view and inspiration and ideas. So, this is not the song that I want to play you, but this producer produced this song. He's a very prolific K-pop producer.
Cool.
250. He does a lot of K-pop, high production.
Right.
It does a lot of hip-hop, rap production as well. And I find it interesting that this particular artist went on a bit of a creative leap and went like, how can I do something for me that's interesting? So this is the context of people who don't know this song. Cool. This is a New Jeans song. And he went back to his roots, right? He went back to like the 80s and 90s of Korea, where they had this kind of new jacky kind of pop R&B ballady sound.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm gonna make a whole album.
Sick.
Like that, like not even reinventing, like an homage to Korean music from the past. And it's just, if you think about how commercial this is, and brilliantly so.
Yeah.
And then he made this. To me, this is a story of fun and inspiration and risk.
Right.
Because you're kind of making these like almost absurd instrumental Korean homages, which makes it cooler to me when there's a story underneath it.
Yeah,
It makes it more interesting. In terms of inspiration for you, you've had a long career at this point. How do you find that next edge to not necessarily go back to what you made before or what people might expect to hear from you? How do you find yourself moving?
I don't know. It's been something that I've kind of, for the first time in my life, I've been aware of it. Where like I've been a little bit like, do I have it in me to still make stuff that's exciting?
Wow.
And like, I've definitely asked myself that question, and which I never had done before. I think, you know, it's a part of kind of getting a bit older and sort of feeling a little bit of disconnect with maybe just the way that I engage with music before. I'd be out and about, you know, I'd be like listening to things just in the field sort of thing. But then I was like, nah, you can still do it.
Yeah.
which is a good feeling.
Which is probably why the CMYK thing comes from, right?
Yeah,
like finding
exactly.
new partnerships, finding new ways to express yourself.
Yeah, and I think it's just exploring like different. For me, like it's just there's like a feeling to something that I'm trying to do in terms of like the Brazilian like bi-funk stuff. I love it because there's an identity of just like expression, like completely free of any sort of concerns about being judged for anything. It's just really free music, and I think that's like something we're incorporating with the CMYK stuff. Me and James is like trying to sort of come at it from a completely thing that's completely like unshackled from like the sort of the demands of what you imagine you kind of maybe we've always had as like Mount Kimbie and James Blake is like this idea of what we're meant to do or meant to sound like, and that's and that, you know, it's like a liberation from that in a way. In the meantime, I still love doing Kimbie in its own right, but there's like a nice kind of like, it's like a nice sort of space for us to just do whatever we want to do. And I think for me, like a major thing in terms of finding that inspiration, I love sampling music, so I'm constantly mining, and I'm like hunting in so many different fields. Yeah, and that you automatically have this like mad appreciation and kind of like awareness of like the different corners of where things can go. Yep. And I think that in some ways allows me to kind of keep moving, you know. And
you've always got that hunger to find.
Yeah, and there's a new thing that just like unlocks something. Yeah. And you might stumble upon it, and I love that idea. Like my parents spent their whole life buying and selling antiques, so they would go to charity shops and find like the thing.
That's in you.
There's a thing to do. Yeah, there's definitely an instinct to sort of find something that no one else has found yet.
Yes,
that's an eternal search.
It is an eternal search, especially these days when it's very. Music is very accessible, so finding the hard stuff's even harder.
It is, and that's the thing with there's so much at our disposal now. I mean, on my phone right now, we could sort of like dig through crates of God knows what. Yeah. And I think even then, there's still those corners that are still there to be, you know,
always and forever.
Out. Yeah, it's interesting how AI is going to kind of. Change that. Like there's like a tinge of like excitement for me about it in some aspects of it. Yeah, I don't know.
No, I think that the being optimistic is a safe place to be, otherwise it's all over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll focus on that one small part of it. A little bit of optimism.
Do you want to pull something up for us?
Yeah, cool. Let's go an artist called Liv, Liv.E.
Ah, yeah.
Bad Girl. I don't know if you heard her latest album.
I haven't heard this.
It's cool.
This is crazy.
The whole album's this kind of sound.
Really?
The production's unbelievable, yeah.
She's from another planet.
She truly is. Yeah.
You like this thing to last. It keeps you coming back. I'm a bad girl. I'm a bad girl.
And with the 2 inch fingers. And with the 2 inch fingers. And with
And she produces all this stuff as well. She's really.
Oh, does she?
yeah,
Really?
She's unbelievable.
to learn the better or the best way of doing anything is to watch and analyze the skill of an expert.
I'm a bad girl. I'll piece your heart in two. You wanna walk right out the door. You'll always be looking for more. Tease me. I'm a bad girl. Tease me. I'm a bad girl. You wanna do whatever I say. You never want this ride to end. He brags about my thing all day. He likes how it's hard to get in. I'm a bad girl. I'm a bad girl.
Is she meant to be a? Is it a concept? Is she a robot? What is she?
I don't know. I think she's. I don't know what she is in this, man. But I think the lyrics are hilarious.
This
And
could be
also-
from the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, kind of. Not ESG, but like of that kind of
Yeah.
world. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
If you said this was from then.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she's another artist that kind of every time I check back in, there's something new happening and it's just fresh. She's really cool.
And it's very ahead of the curve.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Where it's like almost you. Sometimes I drop in on Liv's stuff and I'm like, I don't. My ear's not there yet.
Yeah, yeah.
And
sure.
it takes me a few years to get there.
Yeah, totally.
It feels like your ear's in a very fast place.
It is at the moment, yeah, for sure. From sped up nightcore to Live.
I know, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, when we started throwing these parties, like that's what triggered me into that search. So now, like, if you go on my liked songs or whatever, that's kind of the main thing I use on Spotify. If I like things, they're all bi-funk tunes or like this, or the kind of like footworky Jersey club kind of sound.
Yeah.
I think pace is really important at the moment.
Expand, please.
Well, it's also something that we're doing with Kimbie as well. Is like we're probably like trying to just push tempos a little bit, and
Pace is important.
Pace is important at the moment for me. I think probably so. LA was fast paced, but in like a manic way.
Yeah.
And then England is like sitting around having a cup of tea, like literally is like that, where it's really like the pace back home is so slow, and that's what I'd always known before moving to LA. So now I come back and I'm like, this is crazy slow. I'm feeling time dripping.
It feels like you, because I listened to a podcast you did with RA when you just moved back.
Yeah.
And it feels like you get a lot of life from the move.
Yeah.
And the perspective.
100%. Yeah, if anything, that's the biggest inspiration for me always musically is quite literally what's happening at home.
Yeah.
And you know, the kind of, I think I'm still kind of like craving the pace that was over there in California. And so yeah, like I think maybe I'm just like chasing faster BPMs.
Wow.
Like that. Yeah, perfect. Perfect.
I'll keep it going then.
Okay, sick. Pavoa.
Do you know Pavoa?
No.
I barely know Pavoa, but I found this track with it. It's...
Where do you find your music? Do you get...
Where do you find your music? Same thing, right?
Probably a similar thing, searching.
Yeah. Around keeping your ears open. I get asked it a lot.
Yeah. I have a few trusted friends who I just know, they're just, you know what I mean? They just know.
Yeah. I do have
plug
some
in
of
for a
those.
second, yeah.
I think I say this to people that my antenna is just a bit more sensitive than others.
Yes.
Because this is what I do.
Yes.
So I'm like always, it's not shazamming, I'm just always paying attention.
Yeah.
And not everyone is because it's not their job,
Yeah.
you know? Pavoa, where are they from? Are they American? I forget, but let's listen to this for a sec. funny in this age of accessing all music, this question still remains. Where do you get your music from?
Yeah. This is cool.
Yeah. And you can see the waveform. It's about to dip off for a good 40 seconds.
Damn. What is that, like an eternal build?
We'll find out. We can find out. So you have in the eternal build, you have the opportunity to choose the last song.
Okay.
So what's
sick?
You know, what is that?
Let me see. I think I'm gonna have to go into something a little bit different here. I like this feeling. Okay, let's go for this. Okay, the tune is Pow 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 Pow. I need to learn some Portuguese. Let's see that. Got it. Yeah, I listen to this morning.
Gotta get to the build, right?
Oh my god, yeah, here we go.
Simple. I was wondering if it would go elsewhere, but
it's got like a Plastic Man. Is it Plastic Man? There's like a certain, Richie Hawtin kind of feeling.
Yeah, true.
Like the percussion thing. Really sick.
Well, before you introduce the song.
Yes.
It's been really insightful hearing how your mind works. What I find really interesting about this show is how different artists articulate.
Yeah.
Listening, feeling. Like you talk a lot about flavor. You talk a lot about how it, like what you said with this, it's like, I like this feeling. I don't think I speak like that, where it's like, oh, this makes me feel a way that I like.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I gather that is definitely helps you on your course to like be very in tune with that, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think it comes from a lot of places. I think I've sort of, the more kind of experience and the older I'm getting, the more I kind of am understanding of what gives me pleasure in music, and I think a lot of it is to do with just literally a basic level of does it make me feel good, or at least something. And I think that's the thing that I'm always chasing for with my own work. You know, I've always, like, growing up, my introduction to music was with skate videos. So there was like this combination of like pairing movement with sound. And I think that naturally I sort of have always imagined scenery when I'm listening and making music. And, you know, whether it's writing lyrics, it would be something to do with a story, or producing, it would be sort of trying to illustrate something.
Yeah.
And I suppose the kind of, it's the pairing of like a sound with an image, a scene, or with an emotion, you know, and that's what I've started to really lock into.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And connect with it, like, to be able to describe it more.
Yeah, and because I'm not in any way technical. I'm really, really inefficient when it comes to being a professional producer in a studio. But what I can bring, hopefully, is a kind of is some sort of feeling. That's like what I'm trying to bring into a situation.
Tell me about this song.
This song has nothing to do with feeling. Well, maybe it is a little bit. Maybe it is a little bit.
It has to always be in some way.
Yeah, true. This one is another one where I just heard it on, I don't know, some stupid video online or something. And because I follow a lot of accounts from Brazil, and
Brilliant.
you know, it's usually like stuff that hasn't really kind of made it across. But this is a sick tune, and I love the kind of pattern, and yeah, it's got a good feeling. Let's say it like that.
5 horas de sexo com a novinha, ela acha que eu tomo, tá dela fila, mas eu vou revelar meu segredinho, que eu faço padura com essa menina. Pou na pepequinha, dei na cocaína, pou na
Yeah, what a way to end. So imaginative.
Yeah. I suppose this has got a bit more of like cumbia.
Yeah.
Blown out cumbia.
Blown out.
Feels a bit more sort of like traditional in its sound, but it just hits.
I find this sort of stuff so inspiring. Like, is it called corrado? Like the
Oh yeah.
the Mexican, like how they have the like traditional guitar and the big like bass,
Yeah.
and the tubas as
Yeah.
part of like a trap R&B sound.
Yeah.
I love that because it's not pushing it away. It's
For sure.
like bringing it in.
And it's bringing it in, but in a sort of flipped sense, not just sort of like it doesn't sound like world music fused with like beats. You know, it's like
exactly. It's just who
more
they
in it.
are.
Yeah, it's great.
Tom, thank you so much.
Thank you, Derek.
This
Thanks
is
for
so
having
fun.
me. It's been awesome.
Oh, I'm glad. So great.
5 horas de sexo com a novinha, ela acha que eu tomo, tá dela fila, mas eu vou revelar meu segredinho que eu faço pra dura com essa menina. Pou na pepequinha, dei na cocaína. Pou na pepequinha, dei na cocaína.
It's great listening to music that you have no idea what they're saying.
Yeah, so true. Probably some very explicit things.
100%, yeah.
Eu já tô lombradão, ela quer sexo agressivo. Toma lapada, lapada, lapada. Toma lapada no pé do ouvido. Toma lapada, 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 lapada no pé do ouvido. Toma lapada, 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 lapada no pé do ouvido. Eu já tô lombradão, ela quer sexo agressivo. Toma lapada, lapada, lapada. Toma lapada no pé do ouvido.
Brilliant.
Cool.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you, man. That was so fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
How great.